Welcome back, guys. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make an origami lotus. In the last tutorial I showed you how to make origami moving cubes. So to create the lotus, what you will need are 2 sheets of printing paper. Now if you have origami paper you can make it with that as well, but the best results are made when you use sheets of 7 by 14 pieces of paper, or somewhere along that ratio. But for those who don't have that size of paper, what you can do is you can do what I'm doing and just use printer paper. I'm actually going to use photo paper, which is the size of printer paper, and I'm using matted photo paper, so it's not glossy. And so let's get started. So once you have your sheet of paper, the first thing you want to do is you want to take the ends like this and then simply fold it in half so that this end meets with this end, so that it's folded lengthwise. Once you have it folded, simply crease the ends right along there, all the way to the end. Once you've done that, simply take this paper and fold it in half sideways. You'll be folding it like this. Simply align that and then crease the ends once again very nicely. Once you have this, divide the paper into 4 pieces along those creases that you just made. Just like that. Once you have all 4 pieces made, take each piece of paper and fold it in half like this. So once you've folded it like this, simply crease the end and tear it off. Just like that. So follow the same steps for the other 3 pieces of paper, and what you should end up with are 8 pieces of these little strips. Next, go ahead and repeat the whole step for the second piece of paper, and you should end up with 16 strips, but all you need are 12. So once you have 12 strips of paper, what you want to do is you want to take the first strip, and I'll show you how to create the petals. So first fold it in half, like that, crease the ends. Next, fold it like this, and fold this tip like this so that this edge meets the center crease. Do the same on this side. Fold this end to this, and fold this end so that it meets the crease. Now if you're using origami paper, you want to make sure that the side which has the color of the petal is the one that stays at the bottom, and this side should be the white side, or the color of the inside of the petal. And what you want to do next is you want to take this edge and align this edge with the center crease. So just fold it like that, and turn it around, grab this end and do the same thing. Align this edge with the center crease. And you should end up with something like this. So for the petal, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to fold it outwards like this, so that you end up with something that looks like this. Once you've done this, you've created your first petal. Just put that aside. Next, I'm going to show you how to create the leaf. So again, take the strip of paper, fold it in half, as I do the steps, you'll notice that the steps are exactly the same as the ones for the petal. So fold it like this, except for the last step. Fold this like this, fold this like this, and fold this like this. Then take this, align it with the center again, align this with the center. Now for the leaf, instead of folding it outwards like this, you're going to fold it inwards so that you end up with something that looks like this. And as you can see, it doesn't have the flaps on the side. So once you've finished this, you'll need to create 4 pieces of the leaf and 8 pieces for the petals. And if you're using white paper, you'll probably want to color in the leaves. But if you're using something like origami paper, then they'll probably already be colored, so you don't have to worry about that. So here I've made 4 pieces for the leaves. And as you can see, I have colored them in. Another. And there's the final piece. And then I've created 8 little pieces here for the petals. What you want to do next is, you want to take 2 petals, and you want to hold the first one like this. Grab the second one, put it on top, just like that, so that everything goes into the first petal. You should end up with something that looks like this. Next, open this up like that, grab your leaf, and insert it like this at the very bottom of the petals. Now, if your leaf is not dry, you will probably want to take a piece of tissue and put the layer on top of the leaf so that it won't put any color on the actual petal. But if it's dry, then you shouldn't worry about that. Once you've done that, do the same for all other pieces. So let's do that quickly. Insert that in. Take this and put it over like that. And in the end, you should have 4 sets of these. That. Now when you're finished this step, make sure you have a piece of string or a piece of wire nearby, because we're going to use that to tie them together. So let me just finish this, then I'll show you what I mean. So you have your 4 pieces. Now when you have your 4 pieces, or 4 sets, hold it like this. Take your second set and align it like this. Take the next set and do the same. Just align it like that. Alright, like this. So once you have your 4 petals and or 4 sets of leaves and petals aligned, what you want to do is you want to take a wire and put it right at the center like this. So I've just put it around. Next, what you want to do is you just want to tie it up really nicely, just like that, without ruining the alignment of your petals. Just like that. Then put a double knot. And then simply slide this knot over to the bottom. So once you've done that, now you're almost finished. Just pull this down, and you'll probably have to cut this out at the end. So next what we're going to do is we're going to spread these petals like this. That. Do this side like this. And do this just like that. Once you've gotten this far, you're almost finished. What you want to do next is you want to grab this petal, this first layer right here, and you want to bring it up right to the center, just like that. Now since we're not using the 7x14 piece of paper, it's going to look a little, it's not going to be as flat as when you use the right ratio. When you use the right ratio, you can see it overlaps really nicely. And what I did for this was I used a 7x7 piece of paper and cut it in half, like this. This is not 7x7, but I used a post-it note and I cut it half like this. And I used that to make this. And so, even though it looks like this, it's going to end up looking like this, which it looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. Next you want to take this next flap and then just repeat it for every single first flap. So you'll end up with something like this. Now if you want, you can go ahead and start pulling the flaps and make it spread out like this, or you can just leave it the way it is right now. It's entirely up to you. So now once you're done this, you want to take the leaves, you want to spread it apart like this and sort of push up with your thumb. Just like that, so that it sticks out like that. And let's do this in time lapse. And if done correctly, you should end up with something that looks like this. And then just try to push these two petals together. And make sure you cut out these two strings right here. And that's it for this tutorial. That's how you make an origami lotus. For my next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a transforming rose, which is going to transform into a box. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and see ya.